This is a little project. We're going to create an illustration. This is the penguin illustration from a sketch. So this is what you'll do a lot of times in Illustrator. Take a sketch of something, take a picture of it, import it into Photoshop, Illustrator, and create an illustration from it. So let's go to Photoshop. Let's go to Canvas and get started. So what we can do is then you're going to actually click on this penguin. This is the example here, and click on the Start with Penguin sketch here. This is a sketch of your penguin, and you're going to download that to start with. Now we're going to go back to Illustrator. You're going to open up your Creative Cloud, then open up your Illustrator, click on a new file, and you're going to do Print Preset, and this is going to be letter. This is some difference. We're going to change the title to penguin. We're going to actually change the inches or the units to inches. And then it's going to be landscape, and the last thing we're going to do is change the RGB color. And click on Create. This could be white blank backward, outboard, and then click on Workspace. It should be set to Essentials Classic. But if you're not, you need to reset, maybe reset it to make sure it's the right settings. And you click on Smart Guides. Okay. And we'll click on File. Now we're going to click on Place here. And what I do is grab my penguin here, and I'm going to make sure it's template here. So click on Place. And now what it's done is actually, if you click on Layers, you can see it's put it on a template layer, and it's locked it. So I can't move this template here because it's made it a template and it's locked it. So now I can click on Layer 1, and it's going to be a drawing layer. Okay. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to click on the rectangle tool, and click and hold down to the rectangle tool. And this is the rectangle tool that I'm going to draw in. Okay. And this one, the fill needs to be set to nothing here, and the stroke needs to be set to black. It's set to 1 point. Okay, and then the selection tool, and I'm going to do is zoom into this, flick it, so just make sure the side here matches. Okay, that should bash up right there. Maybe make a little there. Okay, and then click on the selection tool, and this selection tool, this rectangle. So what we're going to do is to actually grab these in. I'm going to drag them in. So if I grab on one, it's going to drag all of them. I don't want to do that. So what I have to do is I click on this corner, and so it's selecting. Now hold the Shift key down, and it's select that corner at the same time. So now I'm going to drag it, and it's just going to drag those tops. I can drag it all the way into the mech, and it's not going to affect those two. Okay. So this rectangle tool again from the anchor point, it's going to come out here. And now I'm going to do selection tool again, and select that one corner and drag it in so it matches it there. Okay. And now I'm going to click on the selection tool again and grab the lift tool, hold the Shift key down to grab a circle here about this size. Selection tool, maybe move him where he needs to go, and you make it a little bit smaller maybe. Click on the Shift key, and then I can make it a little smaller. About this size. So the next thing I need to do is make some triangle here. So you click on the polygon tool and click once on screen, and then you come down to 3 sides, Click on OK, and selection tool. And now what we're going to do is rotate around. So that little point needs to be, and what I'm going to do is actually now just resize that a little bit to make that to the right size, and maybe rotate around a little bit more. Hold Alt key to screw it in. Then this side needs to come in a little bit. That's right. So you want that to overlap a little bit. So Alt key. And now what I'm going to do is actually duplicate him. So I click on this little line, this little guy. Then Alt key, and it's going to double arrow. I can duplicate it. Click on that one more time, and Alt key, and duplicate it again. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to make that match there. So make it rotate a little bit more. And this could come out here. And this one a little bit more like this. Okay. That's good. Make it a little thicker there. Okay, it's just a guideline there. This sketch is just guideline. So now I'm going to actually do this third one here. I rotate him around. So and now I'm actually going to make that the right size there. Rotate him to where it's actually lined up there. So the lines will show you. And you rotate him so he's right here. And then make him a little bit longer here. Maybe make him a little bit wider. And I rotate it to where it's right there. And then about right there. Okay. And what I can do is actually just make sure that line needs to be kind of what I can do is I can use the view, and it's not. I can turn that off for a minute because it's make it to where it's not going to line up there. So turn that off. So now I can actually then make that line up here. And this one can be a line up there. Rotate again so it matches up here. I've lines. And then the match up there. That's there. Yeah, and that should be the little tail there. Okay. What I do now is actually create these kind of like little feet here. So if the rectangle tool, okay, and that should be like the one feet there. What I'm going to do is actually selection tool. I'm going to drag that one corner in. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to actually undo that. So I need to select it first. So select that corner first, and then I want to just drag that one corner in. Okay. Now hold the Alt key and duplicate it. Right there. Oh, undo that for a minute. I need an Alt key and duplicate it here. Yeah, right there. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is just I'm going to create a little sheriff star. So what I'm going to do is actually create bigger out here. I'm going to grab the polygon tool. Click once on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do that. Click once on the screen, and it creates the 5 sides. And click OK. And this one is a little bit smaller, so that one needs to be. Oh, let's see. Delete that. Okay. Yeah. And hold the shift key down. Oh, that should be kind of 1 point. Sorry, because it changed there. So I can just change this what you're doing there. Now I can actually grab this one and make it right size there. Hold the shift key and then make it the right size. It's about the right size. And now I click on the star tool. Hold this down and grab the star tool. And then I want to go from the. I want to hold the shift key down and then hold the Alt key down to draw in the center, like this. And then that's about the right size I want. If I can let go of this, I can grab the control key and I can make him a little bit like this. And it's about the right size there. Like I'm Alt key. And then I can do actually is selection tool and just window both of those. And I group those together. So now I can hold our shift key down and I can make them a little smaller here. And what I'm going to do is actually just grab this and make them. I'm going to hold the spacebar down to move around. And I hold the Alt key down and zoom in just a little bit. Shift key down. Move him a little bit. Make him a little smaller. About the right size of a star. And then if I have this scale, strokes, and effects, then it's going to do, I want to do that. So this one needs to be kind of, that's a 1. Okay. So what I want to do actually now, I'm going to create a little eye thing right there, and I'm going to do it with the pen tool. Hold the key down, and I'm going to click on the one point there, and click on this point here, and click and drag, and create a little curve. Select the tool, and now I click on this line again. It gives me options to change. I'm going to make this width profile as 1, okay, and I want to bump it up to 2. So line points to 2. And I can do the same thing with this one up here. So click on this pen tool, click once. Here, click once again, and select the tool, and then pen tool again. Click once, and once again, and the selection tool. Now, we'll hover over both of those, and the width profile should be set to uniform. Then the stroke width should be set to 2. Okay. Oh, I'm going to change it to, it should be like this one. Okay. So yes, the width profile is going to be down to number 4. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to show you this real quick. So actually, when you select things real quick, and when you resize things real quick, and when you zoom into that, it's kind of messed up because, and I don't want that. So click on Edit and Undo Scale. So now when I have everything unselected, I can click on Scale Corners. And when I do that now, and select everything and click the shift key down and resize him now, you can see like everything is scaled proportionally, like the scales, but I'm going to do that. I just want to show that real quickly. And the last thing I'm going to do is actually create a little plant there. So I'm going to click on the pen tool. These are coming from different points. Click once, and then create a little drag out to create a little curve there. Selection tool, now pen tool. I can do it 3 times. I'm going to click from different points and move it on to where it needs to go. Okay, selection tool, pen tool again. Some over here, and then click on the pen tool and drag them out a little bit more. Yeah, and then click on the selection. I'm going to click on the direct selection tool and move all the 3 guys to the same point. So this one should come to right here. This one should come to the same point. And this one should come to the same point again. Oh, sorry. And this should come to the same point there. So now what I'm going to do is actually grab that little handlebar right here and make them, and if I need to kind of modify this a little bit, I can do that. And so all those need to go down to the width profile of number 4 here. And I'm going to grab the stroke needs to be set to 2. Okay. And that should actually finish that. And the last thing I do is actually create these little circles here. And I click on all this down and grab the ellipse tool. And we're going to just draw from the center here. Oh, first off, I need to create a rectangle tool. So rectangle tool. And what I do is actually create from the corner here, they intersect, and I come out to about right here. And that kind of straight. And then the next thing I'm going to do is actually come from this corner. Oh, selection tool. I guess it good. And then rectangle tool. Intersect to that little corner there. Okay. And last thing I do is click on the ellipse tool right here. It's like create these little bubbles here. Alt key. And we're going to do is hold a shift key and alt key together. So it's going to draw from the center. So this one. And then this one. And then this one. It's going to really quickly be able to draw your shapes there quickly. And this one can be real small again too. Yeah, there we go. And the last thing I have to do is actually going to take all of these basically, and I've just windowed all of them, and I need a stroke needs to be set to nothing. And now I'm going to actually take those. Oh, sorry, I need to undo that for a minute because I can't see anything. Undo. Okay, so I need to actually color is in. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I click on this selection and fill it in. And it makes it fill it in with the color there. And the stroke needs to be set to nothing. Now this shape is maybe a little bit darker or a little bit lighter there. Oh, I'm going to grab that. Now the second one. Fill color. Maybe make this one a little bit lighter. Yeah. And then the stroke color needs to be set to nothing. Okay. And then this one, we set to white. White here. And the stroke color is set to nothing. So it's kind of the belly there. And this one I can do is actually make this black. Okay. And the stroke color is set to nothing. And now I can do that actually is grab this one and I hold the shift key down and grab this one and just click on the eyedropper tool. It needs to be just like this one. Okay. Selection tool again, grab this one, this guy. This needs to be white and the stroke needs to be set to nothing here. Okay. And this one needs to be set to black with a binary color. And the stroke is set to nothing. Okay. This one right here needs to set to the fill color. Set to like maybe I like this kind of gray here. And then the stroke color is set to nothing. Like that. This one I use a custom, maybe choose a custom color. The fill color, maybe a custom blue here. That's good. And then the stroke color is set to nothing. Okay. So that's how one you grab that color is make it custom. And the last things, I can select on these. Now I don't want to hold the shift key and click on the blue because I have just those selected, just those bubbles, and those need to be actually swatched there. Change the white, and then the stroke color is nothing. Okay. And the last thing I'll do is I want to actually make that, and so I can double click on that to isolate it. Right. So the outside here needs to change to maybe a black color now. And the stroke color is set to nothing. And then I'm going to grab this little star here. And the star can be set to white, right? Set to white. And then the stroke color is set to nothing, like this. Okay. And then double click out to unisolate it, like we did before. So now we have that kind of little star there. Okay. And what I'm going to do actually is this one. And I can click on the arrange and bring the front. So you need the little feet there. Okay. So let's finish it. So what we're going to do is actually turn that in. So click on File and Save As, and save the computer. And we named it as Penguin. So click on Save. Now I'm going to click on OK and go back to Canvas and turn it in. So I'm going to go back to my Penguin sketch here. And now I'm going to click on Do Attempt or Start Assignment and click on Choose and click on my Penguin and click on Open and Submit. And that should finish it. Thanks for watching.